Jonathan, he's a sophomore, another young cat. This is a 6'2", 220 coming in. So he's a transfer that we got out from Oklahoma State. So he was playing at a good program, young, athletic, got a high upside, I believe. He was a former 3-star recruit. He did appear in 4 games last year for him. Mainly those were, I won't say garbage time, but late in the game, special teams and things like that. So appeared in 4. He kept his red shirt, but I mean, he's one of the guys that he brings size. He's got speed. He's versatile and another guy that fits. I'll say with this room, I feel like they brought in a good mix. So we got speed, we got size, we've got a lot of guys for different things. We got some experience, we got some young guys. But he's a cat that we can watch, and I think down the road he's going to really make a name for himself because he's still got some filling out to do. And just when we were talking earlier, and you were talking about putting weight on and stuff like that, I think he could use some, with the strength and conditioning program, especially with the staff we got now and guys from the NFL. I think that strength and conditioning program will be really big for him.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's some guys, because what's really interesting about not knowing what this defense is going to look like who's going to trot out there, what 11 and everything, like they could be asking these guys to do different jobs, like sometimes, hey, if we're going to use this in XYZ way, like maybe you staying at 215 is good. But if, hey, we're going to use you in a different way, maybe you need to get up to 235, 240. So things like that can look different. But I think, like you mentioned, with this strength and conditioning staff, it's not just going to be get to a number. Like it's not going to be just a number on a scale. It's going to be like, how explosive can we make you at that number? How athletic can we make you at that number? Like how good of a football player can we make you to do the jobs that we need you to do? And I think that's a thing that I'm really excited about the staff. Like I've geeked out the last couple months, listening to Coach Belichick's book. I'm reading his dad's book now, like just getting into whatever I can. And like you start to realize that, man, this group is really good at getting talent out of players. Like I think one of the analogies they used was like a wet towel. And they're like, man, these guys will wring you dry and get every drop of talent out of you. And I think that's just really cool. Like you go through here and you hear all the research you guys have done, which you freaking crush. But I'm sitting here reading through and I'm like, all these guys are like projected as being incredibly athletic. Like they play great in space, like all those things. They're going to find a way to use it. I think we'll see some fun stuff in the fall, man.
I got a question. You talking about fall? So September 1st, are you going to be in town?
Of course, I wouldn't miss it, man.
Hey, that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big one.
I'm excited. All eyes on Chapel Hill.
Yeah, we were talking to our last guest, and he was there for the Miami game when Matt came back as a recruit, and then obviously he's going to try to make it to the season opener this year. I said, man, you've been a part. You would have been a part of 2 legendary moments in Kenan Stadium. You have the Mac is back, and the new era with Bill Belichick. Man, that's pretty special.
Man. The Mac is back. Was that the Daz Newsome touchdown corner of the end zone to end it? Man, that was a crazy one.
Wasn't it?
I was there. Were you there, Troy?
No, I wasn't there for that one. I was watching it. I wasn't watching it in State Fair traffic because that was when Chaz Surratt had that pick against Duke down there at the goal line, and I got out in the middle of traffic and screamed. No, I honestly can't remember where I was for that one. But I was not in Kenan.
That was
I ran into Sam after that game. I was on Franklin Street going to meet up with my old teammates at Bob's after the game. He was just going back home. He's just freaking cool as the other side of the pillow. The guy, like you always hear the stories about him not getting rattled in big moments. I'm juiced. I'm dude, like, let's go. I'm so pumped. He's like, yeah, man, good game. Excited to get back to work tomorrow. And he's just like hops in the car and he's going home. I was like, all right, dude, see you.
that matches with my Sam Howell interaction because I ran into him at the State Fair, lo and behold. And like so many people would get, you see a former player or somebody like Sam Howell made quite a name for himself at Carolina. Your natural reaction, oh man, can I get a picture? I don't ever try to do that with guys like that because obviously he's there at the State Fair with his girlfriend. He's trying to chill. Yeah. But just going up and dapping him up and just like his the swagger and the aura that he had, he's definitely, I could definitely see that. It matched our interaction with him. Definitely.
I love that.
Yeah. So, but man, I don't really have much on Jonathan here, Trevor. I will say, and kind of piggyback off what you guys have said. Obviously, I think he's a building block for the future. So much with this linebacker room. We've got guys that are plug and play right now, like Andrew Simpson and Kamari, some of the guys that we've brought in. So he's definitely a guy that you like to have, that's in your strength and conditioning. And one thing that I've been super, super excited about to see with this staff is how they develop players. Belichick's known for getting the most, like you said, Shaq, known for getting the most out of his guys. So super anxious to see how he develops. I do think he's a building block for the future. We'll see how he does this season, where he fits in with the depth chart. But super excited to have it, Jonathan, for the future and a part of that linebacker room.
Hey, Tar Pit crew. Thanks for tuning in today. You just heard a clip from a recent episode where we broke down one of the key position groups. If this episode hit the mark, do us a favor, like it, drop a comment, and share it with a friend. That kind of support keeps the podcast rolling. You can catch full episodes of the Tar Pit Podcast on Spotify and YouTube. Don't forget to follow and subscribe today. The Tar Pit Podcast is proudly powered by Untapped Sports Network. Thanks for listening, and as always, go Heels.